Alright, today I'm analyzing this HRE mirror. It's me playing on ladder and my opponent to someone who just returned after 2-month hiatus, so he hadn't played for 2 months. So understandably he didn't probably didn't know the meta very well, the current meta. So I'm gonna just analyze his gameplay to see what kind of mistakes he made, and hopefully it can be helpful for people who are trying to pick up HRE because it's OP Civ right now. I imagine a lot of people want to learn how to play this Civ. Anyways, so with the new meta, you have an Aachen Chapel as a drop-off. You don't need to build a lumber camp anymore. You can just rally everything on food and gold until you age up and put Aachen Chapel next to the wood, and then you just chop wood from the Aachen Chapel. Deliver wood to Aachen Chapel. You don't have to build lumber. You can save up 50 wood, and that 50 wood will translate into a faster gold and food income and a faster feudal age. It just snowballs incredibly well, incredibly fast. So yeah, that's the new meta. And he got very little sheep. That's a problem. So he's gonna run out of sheep very soon. Unfortunately, this scout didn't get sheep. What about the other scout? I don't even see where it is. But he had trouble finding the sheep, which is very difficult for him. So he went for MyLifeFrAiur. Yeah, it's not a great option, especially after Aachen Chapel is buffed, unless he had something particular in mind. Going for a push, or he's under pressure, he's being tower rushed. You could go for a MyLifeFrAiur. It will pay off because you can get cheaper RAM, siege engineering upgrade and stuff. So yeah, let's see. You get a wheelbarrow. He should get a wheelbarrow as well, as soon as he has the gold. So he's going for the deer, which is a very good food source. It's a little far from his TC. That's it. So here you can see that he ran out of sheep already, and he had to send them to the berry. And why don't you send to the deer? Like, you already had a mill over there. And he's hesitating a little bit, and he built another mill here. Look at this. So you're spending extra wood. Like, I didn't spend any wood. Look at this. I built Aachen Chapel next to the wood. I didn't need any wood. Early wood investment. He spent 50, 50, 50, 150 wood in addition. So that 150 wood could have been 150 food, could have been 150 gold. You could have had an extra prelate or and a villager out. So look at this. I had way more sheep. So finding sheep is very important for HRE because you want to have a safe economy, safe food income as long as possible, so that you can age up fast into castle age. Ideally, you want to have sheep still available even after the castle is done. So definitely need the sheep count. So I went for the mill. I didn't need lumber camp, so didn't invest into lumber camp. I went for the mill to get the wheelbarrow upgrade. Okay, so let's see if we got the wheelbarrow. Still no wheelbarrow, which is a mistake. Should get that ASAP. MyLifeFrAiur, what did he research? Right, he didn't research anything. He didn't need anything. The thing is, you don't need any upgrades this early on. So this landmark is kind of a waste in this situation, in this kind of macro sit-back situation. Like if it's versus French, okay, MyLifeFrAiur might just work. Or versus a Mongol tower rush, I think it makes sense. You want to get a faster upgrade. But in this situation, it just doesn't work. And here I was being annoying, killing his deer a little bit far from his mill, just to prolong his, just make it harder for him to harvest food. Being annoying. Meanwhile, I was gonna age up very soon. Let's see, I was building stables. So he's playing kind of off meta. He went for barracks. Barracks, you don't get map control with barracks. You can build spheres to counter the obvious choice of HRE, which is knights in Castle Age. You can counter that but you can't really counter it, because if you're stuck in feudal, for example, like he did, your spearmen are so much worse than a castle knight. Castle knight can just trade very well against your spearmen. So now he went for a stable as well. Okay, can speed up a little bit. He went for mass horseman for map control as well. So we'll see what happened. Another stable. So he's gonna mass producing horsemen now. Horseman is very food demanding. Look at this, 100 food per unit. That is very expensive actually. So especially in HRE versus HRE, you want to age up as fast as possible so you don't miss out the relics. Like I was already in castle before 8 minutes, and I started to grabbing relics, and he's just pushing out with the horsemen. I think he was trying to deny the relic, but the thing is, as soon as the castle HRE start making knights, your horsemen are becoming obsolete. They cannot do anything. Barely missed that. Oh, he didn't see it. So here I had a knight coming out to trying to contest the relic. You didn't see this. Wow. Okay. Okay, so as you can see, he's constantly producing horsemen, and it's super food demanding, and he doesn't have the greatest food income. Like his deer is so far from his base, from his mill, and he's on very little berry bush. And he's doing a dive in, which is very questionable. You can't really efficiently kill workers with the horsemen. It is a questionable choice in the first place to delay your castle to get a quote-unquote map control, which you don't really have since the knights are out, and I can build knights very easily. I can spam them. I have very good food income. Look at this. I still had a sheep. I still had a deer. I still had a berry. Why? Because I had more sheep to begin with, and my build order was more efficient. Did he get any upgrades? He got what? He got. Why did he get anti-arrow armor? Like, makes no sense unless you want to dive into your opponent's base. Like, that is not a build order. You don't want to get that. And you don't want to dive into your opponent's base with horsemen. They're not that great in terms of killing workers. So yeah, he's delaying his castle age tremendously. Like his castle is super duper late. Now he's compensating by building spearmen. He does have spearman upgrade now, okay. But now I had more knights than he had spearmen, so there's really not much he can do. So we have still 2 more relics on the map. I already had 3. There are 3 in the cathedral already. And look at this, he's trying to get map control, but it just doesn't work with horsemen. You should just try to get to castle ASAP. That's the only way in HRE versus HRE. Unless you do tower rush. Right? Okay, so I'm gonna get that relic eventually, though he denied this. But eventually I'll get that. So I saw that there are a lot of spearmen, but I didn't bother to go for other units like archers just yet, because I knew that he's still in he's still in feudal. My knights can just kill his spearmen, so I don't need to invest into other stuff. And my wood was a little bit short. Okay, now I'm getting barracks, preparing for the eventual push, getting all the upgrades on my men and arm. That was my goal. So here I came to reclaim this location. Where did his spearmen go? His spearmen should be here. Oh well. So let's see. He's still not aging up. Okay, finally he's able to age up, and he has invested in a ton of stuff that don't really pay off. Okay, he's trying to protect this. I guess this is the only relic he could get. Okay, and he went into Burgrave, and MyLifeFrAiur Burgrave combination is just the worst combination of landmark you can get, because none of them are like economically beneficial. Like you don't benefit from, you don't get any improvement on your economy, so you can't really afford anything. The thing is, you can't afford to print units from your Burgrave. Even if you have like a free 5 barracks, you don't need a free 5 barracks, right? Building 5 barracks is very easy, just mine wood. You don't need Burgrave. Burgrave, in my opinion, is kind of a waste of money, a waste of landmark. Simply because you can inspire workers to chop wood super fast. And missing out the relic income is just huge. But at this point, you know, he didn't have any choice left, I guess. Maybe it's in the moment decision, because I already took 4 relics, right? I had 4th relic here, so he had only 1 relic. I guess it doesn't make a huge difference for him to go for Cathedral anyway. He would get 100 gold more income, but that's about it. So he went for Spear and the Crossbow, which are both counter to Knights. So I saw that and I was... there's not much change to my plan. I was still, I love building mass infantry. That's my play style, and my Lance Connect will just counter all his units, and men at arms are tanky and powerful enough, and knights are fast to chase him down. Yeah, so he has a very trash army composition. I mean, he doesn't have a great number, doesn't have economy to support this. So his castle age was like 5 minutes late. That's not how you play. What is this? That's not how you play HRE versus HRE. HRE versus HRE, according to meta, if you watch pro play, it is always fast castle knights versus knights and fighting over the relics. That's the meta. That's how you should play that, with no exceptions. So yeah, he put himself in a very bad position from the beginning. Small mistakes add up, from the sheep, lack of food, overinvestment into a wood. He's getting wheelbarrow right now. Oh my god, this was a disaster. Yeah, he played he made all the wrong choices. Like, imagine in a gameplay you are facing multiple crossroad, and you have to choose going left or right at given stage of the game, and each stage he chose the wrong path, so it just became like so much worse. So yeah, this is exactly how you don't want to play HRE. That's the opposite of how you play HRE, right? You don't want to go mass horseman, feudal, and delay your castle. They don't really get map control. A horseman is so flimsy, you can run around, but eventually you have to fight, and they just can't fight knights. So yeah, that was the analysis basically. I was just playing meta, double stable knights, fast castle into a lot of relics, into printing infantry and push, and that was it. So yeah, a lot of mistakes by him. The resource management is a big thing. If you can efficiently manage your resource, it will snowball. Like small, very tiny small mistakes in early game will become detrimental to your mid to late game. So yeah, it's just a matter of game knowledge. You know, if you know the stuff, you can play better. If you don't know it, like if you don't know the meta, if you don't know the build order, you can't play. No matter how fast you are, you can't play it right. You can't win games. So yeah, that was it. GG.